We'll start. Hi guys, welcome to our live charting for today, November 19, 2020. So let me start first with BTC, a long-term view, and then after that, we will compare the market cap of BTC to gold, and then my short-term view on BTC, or also my personal trades today. So anyway, if you are watching my videos, my previous videos, long-term view is still the same. And currently I will be using Bitstamp, so that on the short-term view I will use the Coinbase, because actually I'm using that and I'll just use that a while ago. Anyway, mostly it's still the same, or approximately there will just be a few dollars differences. So anyway, as I mentioned before, if you see a triangle pattern, normally we measure the height of that triangle, and we'll put that height after it break out. So we'll just copy that and paste it here, or move it. Oh, after it breakout. So at this area. So our target, or my personal target, is the 28 or close to 29,000 area. So using this bit stump, as you can see, the trend is generally bullish. So I'm expecting it to retest this actually already only one Renko chart here, because the all-time high is a week. So it will possibly retest this one. I will use the this one first. The top of the Renko chart. So on conservative notes, it need to retest this 19,200 area to possibly the all-time high, which is around 19,666 using bit stump. So only one Renko chart. So yeah, generally I'm bullish on Bitcoin. So the immediate support I'm looking at is this 16,500 area. A breakout to this 19,200 could possibly, of course, hit our target, which is the 28 or the 29,000 area. However, if it break down this 16,500 support area, possibly will retest this 13,300 area. But generally, as I've said, I'm more bullish on Bitcoin, because as you can see, the Renko chart is still a bullish chart. So on a short-term note, since BTC is currently trading at 17,942, and the dotted line here is 18,141. So the immediate resistance I'm looking at is the 18,141, which is the blue dotted line here. And the support around this area, this 16,658. But you can actually use also this one, the top of this, which is 17,400 area, before this 16,600 area. So I think that's it for today. So anyway, now let's move on to my short-term view, and I will also share my personal trades today. So now let's get back to this one, to here, and I will go to 30 minutes. I was looking at 30 minutes a while ago. 30 minutes time frame. And this one. So yesterday, after the live stream, my alarm actually alert me around, I think that's around 11 p.m. here. Let's see. And it's 11 p.m. Oh. So, at that, November 18, yeah, around that area. 11, yeah, around 11:08. It started around 11:18 Philippine time. Oh. So I post around this area, 17,475, but I think my long order was done at 17,446 area. After that, since it's already nighttime here, I slept and I did not put any stop loss since my liquidation, as I've said, is 0. But I put a take profit or TP at 18,200, which is at this area. And then afternoon around, I think this is around 6 p.m. today. Yeah, my alert rings and I put another or I added another long position at this area, which is 17,508. TP still the same, 18,200, and stop loss at 17,100 area. I mean 17,000, come again, 17,600. So TP at 18,200 and stop loss at 17,600. So my average here is mostly possibly close to 17,500. So if ever I get stop out, I will still take a small gain. So either stop out at a gain or stop out at my target price, which is 18,200. Anyway, for stop loss, I normally use market stop. So that's my trades for today. No TP at the moment. Also, I explain while I'll also go long at this area aside from that alert. Because I also saw a hidden bullish divergence. This is going up at that time, and the divergence indicator is going down. That's why I also entered another long position here. However, as you can see, I put a triangle area here. So I'm expecting possible two scenarios. It will break out at these levels and then possibly consolidate at this 17,870 or around 17,900 before it possibly break that 18,200 area. So that's my TP, that 18,200. So on the other side, if since it's already a break that area, of course, I think this one is the trend, the possible trend, because it's already a breakout this resistance area I'm looking at. So it's already invalidate this one. So let me just delete that. So now the resistance one I'm looking at, which is the 17,870, now becomes the support, the resistance one I put here. Because it's currently trading at the 17,924 area. So the immediate support I'm looking at is this 17,870 or this one. The immediate support. Resistance I'm looking at is this resistance 2 or now becomes the resistance 1, which is 18,000 level. A breakout to this 18,000, of course, could possibly retest this 18,200 to around this area, 18,300 area. And of course, the previous year-to-date high of close to 18,500 area. However, if it break this support, this 17,870, possibly it will retest this again. Oh, this area again. If ever it breaks this 17,870 area. So let's see, but my bias here is more bullish since it's already break this resistance area. So I think that's it for today. Now let's move on to other charts. Oh, let's also go to the market cap of gold. Actually, I just saw this, the gold supply a while ago. I think around, what's that? What's the time? Around 7:45. Because I read the other news articles about the gold market cap, and I really want to compute it, not just because the market price of gold changes. So I look at the total supply of gold, which is 197,525. Let me just show you this one. I excluded this one because it's not yet, or it's still below the ground. But every year, approximately 2,500 to 3,000 is added per year. So actually, we can also add an estimate of, on a conservative note, to 5, but I did not yet add at the moment. I'll just use the 2018 total supply. So which is the 197,575 tons, and each ton is 35,274 ounces. So multiplied by the gold price, which is as of November or yesterday, so yesterday, yeah, because today it's still trading, so I will not choose the closing price today. That's why I put there November 18. Normally I use the closing price, not the um, ongoing price, because today is November 19 and it will close tomorrow AM. So I use the closing price of this, which is 1859.29. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's November 18. Oh, that's 30 minutes time frame. 1872.16. 1872.16. So that's the closing price. November 18, 2020 closing price. Closing price. So the market cap of gold as of yesterday is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $13 billion. The maximum supply of Bitcoin is, I use the maximum supply so that it's fully diluted, but you can also use whatever is the supply at the moment. But for me, I will use the maximum supply, so which is the 21 million. So the estimated fair value of Bitcoin, if ever it will be the same market cap, is around 621 313. So I think that's the basis of some analysts or whatever predictions they have in the market. Because I also read some what's that? Some prediction they are predicting $1 million or even I think that's the highest that I saw. But I will not mention any names. So I think that's how they just compute it. But of course, on a conservative note, this one, that's why I highlighted it because it changes. Aside from that, you can also discount this amount. It actually depends on mostly it's subjective. But for me, you can use this one. So as long as it's lower than this amount, it's still a buy. But if it's already above, mostly it's already overvalued. That's how I see it. But I think on the or of in the future, Bitcoin will be higher than the market cap of gold, in my opinion. So as of now, we'll just use this. But anyway, you can also make your own projections from here. So now let's move on to what's the next. So every day is a new learning. So that's what I've learned today, which I also share for you guys. So now let's move on to hmm, no, what's that? BTC dominance. Anyway, is there any? Not just crypto. Actually, I also have this sheet which correlation with regards to BTC, gold correlation, and oh, I think no, it's this one. It's the interpretation of is here, but I just use until I think I did not yet update it until July, and depending on the months of correlation, you can see that Bitcoin and gold is strongly correlated to each other. So there. No, this is one is interpretation of the values. So which is here. So reference. It's error. Oh, because I use points. Anyway, I'll just edit it to text later on. So his will you just be looking at crypto? If you have other requests, then let me know. But majority, of course, since I'm mostly trading crypto at the moment, so majority possibly will be crypto. But any financial asset is welcome. So to answer his questions here, because I also saw that gold price went down. But since my sheet is as of July only, I can only, of course, I can only interpret the correlation of gold to Bitcoin as of July 2020. 2020. So today is already November, so July, August, September, October. So 3 months. I need more 3 months. So I'll just update it maybe after this stream. But anyway, possibly, I think they are both down a while ago. It went or it alert my this one 17,400. I don't know. Let's look at it later on. But BTC is currently trending higher. Let's look at it. but I think gold is already at support area. So let's see if this support holds. So if it holds, possibly it will also trend higher. Else, of course, it will retest at this 1,800 area. So since gold and Bitcoin are strongly correlated to each other, whatever happens to possibly gold might also affect BTC, in my opinion, based on the data as of July 2020, which is until 84 months correlation. So I think that's it. Are you able to share that Google Sheet? Um, well, currently it's private, but I can make a copy of it. Just let me know which of the sheet do you want to see. Then I will share, or actually what's that? I can copy it and have it publicly seen by everyone. Did not yet answer, but yeah, I will copy. I will copy it in a separate sheet and share it to everyone. Maybe after this stream, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. So there, it's already 18,000. Oh, I mean, BTC, it's already at 18,000. Because actually, I have a current position at, come again, what's it? 17,000, what's it? Yeah, on an average around 17,500. Yeah, because I have two different entry prices. So anyway, now let's move on to other um, crypto charts, which is this Litecoin. I like this Litecoin. However, I TP'd so early, which is this area, around the 68 area. Anyway, and it continues to trend higher. I'm actually waiting for some dump. However, I failed to re-enter at this area. So I have no open position here in Litecoin Perpetual. But I do have a 6-month time-based futures that ends at December 25. So we'll just use it. I think if you watch my previous video, it's still the same. It's still on the long-term downtrend or within this triangle area. However, it's now starting to trend higher and it breaks the previous resistance, or I mean it's at resistance area, which is the $80. So if it breaks this $80, of course the next resistance will be the 106 area and possibly that area or the long-term resistance area. After it breaks this area, most of my trades will be long, same like a BTC. Because after it breaks the triangle area, BTC trend higher and higher, or in an uptrend area. So let's see. However, the support I'm looking at for this one is the 68 area, or the previous high, or actually the previous resistance also. And that's the area where I sell my Litecoin perpetual at $68. If ever it breaks that $68, of course, this area, possibly the 42 area. But I think it's less likely that it will retest this 43 or 42 or $43. So let's see. Now we can actually also move on to, I think even the short-term trend still the same. Now we can actually also use this Renko chart because I'm looking at it a while ago using this this one. So it's actually retesting this $80 resistance area. So if it breaks out at that area, of course, it will possibly retest this one around the 85 area. So actually, it's almost close to that. Or actually, we can just like that. A breakout to this 80 area will possibly retest the 106 and possibly this long-term resistance area. My bias here is actually also more bullish. But however, in any trend, it will not, of course, there's no trend that will um, straight up or straight uptrend. Of course, it will consolidate or pose or try to retest the previous support before it will trend higher. That's my opinion. So from here, let me just, so possibly it will retest this. So from here to here, possibly it will retest this support and then retest this resistance of around $80. Breakout to that level could possibly, of course, retest this all-time, strong long-term resistance. Let me just click it twice. So that's the bullish scenario, which is that, or actually should start here. So the bearish scenario, if ever it failed to break this $80, or it already failed to break that, is it will possibly retest this area, the 68 area. So if it break that area, possibly retest this area. So I think that's it for Litecoin. So anyway, congratulations to those, of course, who have gains. Anyway, in trading, don't forget to take some profits because sometimes the market will just dump the price. So profit na. Oh, what's this? Let me just delete it. Oh, I think this is using the Renko chart. Anyway, let me just hide that. So I think that's it for Litecoin. So next is, I think we did not discuss yet the BTC dominance. So anyway, if you are always watching, you already know the three gaps I'm looking at. So I will not delete this area because it's still the same analysis for today. But currently it's trending higher. So my bias here is, let me just look at it in, It's trending higher on a daily time frame. However, 9 more hours before this daily candle will close. But since it's a second day of green or bull, possibly it will, my bias here is possibly will retest this second gap, which is the close to 74%. So possibly within this month. Oh, is it? Actually, this is the bullish scenario I'm looking at. Of course, it will break that possibly. Retest before, retest this one or the support, and then, oh, did it stop there? Wait, let me just, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, and double click. So this is the bullish scenario I'm looking at. To retest this 74 area, possibly break that 74 area, and then we'll retest that 74 area before it retests this strong resistance area, which is close to 90%. Actually, it depends where this candle, but I'm looking at the 90%. On the other side, if ever it failed to trend higher at this level, of course, it will retest this 64 area. Break down to that 64 could possibly retest this 59 area or this area. So I think that's it for now for the BTC dominance. So as you can see, BTC dominance is currently rising. At least the gold is trending higher now. At least it's went as low as, wait, let me just check it. Because as you can see in my sheet, it's positively or strongly correlated or to gold. So let's see. I hope that this support area will hold. Today is today is Thursday. So let's see. So I think that's it for today. If you have other questions, just feel free to ask. Ethereum, still the same analysis. I'm looking at 485 as resistance and break out to that 485 resistance could possibly retest or create a year-to-date high of around more than $500. So, however, if the immediate support I'm looking at is, I think, around 440. I almost even, memorize it. Anyway, so here. So the Ethereum is still in a downtrend. I mean, in a long-term downtrend. However, on that long-term downtrend, it's currently trending higher or in an uptrend area. So the immediate resistance I'm looking at is, of course, the around 485 or 488 using this Renko chart. If it continues to trend higher, possibly this one, the 500 area, and of course, possibly this 600 area, which is the long-term resistance area. this area, which is the long-term resistance area. So that's actually a very strong resistance, the 600 area. However, it's currently trading at 476. And yeah, the major support I'm looking at is, of course, the 462. If it breaks that level, worst case is, of course, it will retest the 370 area. But as I mentioned before, you can actually use HRNCO chart as support or resistance. So I think that's it. And if ever it breaks this area, this long-term resistance area, my target there is possibly the 18 or 19 area. So let's see. So it's actually at a very critical moment. So if you look at the BTC area, so once it break that triangle area, it will create a long-term, for me, long-term bullish area also for Ethereum. So in my opinion, so it's really at a very critical level. So just a few more dollars before this 500 to 600 strong resistance I'm looking at. For Ethereum, I currently have a, I think I still have, I still have the Ethereum perpetual, which my TP area is around 510, and the other one at 550 area. So after that, I'll just wait for a breakout before I entered the transaction. And aside from that, I also have a time-based futures that ends December 25 or next month. So my TP area there is around 600 area. So I buy it close to a 440 area, most of them around that level. So that's mostly a swing and position trades I have, because if I scalp, I normally use the 30 minutes and 3 hours. So it's just a very quick when I scalp. So anyway, I have 3 accounts, one for scalp, one for swing, and one for position trades. So what else? I think that's it. That's the major cryptocurrency I'm trading. So I think that's it, guys. If you have other questions, just feel free to ask. Else, I will end this stream in 5 minutes. So let me just, oh yeah. So what the shit does she wants to have? What sheet in particular? Because actually it's a very uh, there's a lot of topics in here, and there's also some Philippine stocks also included here. So I think let's ask him what's sheet in particular that he wants us to share. Yeah. Anyway, what sheet in that you want me to share? So I'll just that. What's inside it? Ah, yeah, this one. Actually, there's also a link here so that I can go to that link if ever. So let's just look on, yeah, because I'm also scalping BTC at the moment. I'll use this 30 minutes. Oh, yeah, I cannot use this 30 minutes time frame. Anyway, if you have some questions, just always feel free to ask. You can also join the Telegram group and ask there, or you can also join in my channel. Actually, the channel is I use it as a trading journal. So whatever I do, I normally share it here so that I have it's like already an online journal. So I think I need to change it to trailing stop. So normally I use a market stop or market trailing stop. In stop loss, I seldom use a limit stop. But when I open an order, I use a limit stop. I mean limit order. So opening of an futures transaction, or I use a limit order, whatever kind of limit is that, limit buy or limit sell. But when it comes to stop loss, I use market stop or market trailing stop. So I think that's it, guys. See you again tomorrow, November 20 or Friday. So I hope you are also learning, because every day as traders, we also need to continuously learn. So what I learned today is, yeah, of course, the total supply of gold from this, what's this? Thanks to, I think, gold.org something. Yeah, that site. So I think that's it, guys. Thanks much for tuning in. See you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. See you again tomorrow. Same time, 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. Philippine time. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you again tomorrow, same time, 9:30 p.m. Philippine time. Thanks, guys.